Oh, good. Oh, hi, babies. I'm so sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see if I can scroll without messing anything up here. Oh, oh, I almost removed somebody. So I think it. Hi, Angie Slive, Kiki Eyes, Poppy Red Mustang. Hi, babies. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm still in my pajamas. Um, okay. Thanks for coming over. Hi, 57 and free. There's been an arrest made in the double homicide at Devil's Den State Park. And I just had turned on news on my TV, and the report was on our THV Channel 11 out of Little Rock. So I just quickly grabbed my phone, brushed my hair, threw on a little dab of lipstick, and grabbed a cup of coffee. So I'm not even like well, as you can tell, I'm a bit not prepared. But it's an Arkansas case, and we talked about it on our last live stream. And to give us some news in the progress of what has happened, and indeed there is progress. And I tend to be more emotional early in the morning than I am in other parts of the day. So let me get a sip of coffee. Good morning, Lucky. Good morning, Pam. And I don't even know if I wiped the sleep out of my eyes. So I'm going to ask that any and all who are viewing now or may see this on rewatch, it's not about me. So please overlook me. This is about an arrest having been made, and I want to tell you about it. Hi, Nada Dramanana. I probably should. Thank you, 57 free. Guys, I'll tell you what. I'm shaking enough that, thank you, Lucky. Let me just take you out with me and get a couple of puffs off of a cigarette. And settle down. And then I'll share the news report. I've already shared several links on our community tab this morning as the news was breaking for us here in Arkansas on our morning news, etc., as well across the country. The arrest, as I understand it, was made yesterday. Babies, I also forgot in my excitement to switch over to Wi-Fi. So I hope the video signal. Yes, Lucky. I'm going to light a whole one instead of that one I put out a while ago. Hi, Mechanic Mama. As we went to bed here, hi, Cats Hodgepodgery. As we went to bed here, hi, sis. You should have been a detective. As we went to bed and to go to sleep here last night in the state of Arkansas, Bob and I are early to bed, early to rise people. Bob is my husband. The last news we had officially was that the suspect in the double homicide of Mr. and Mrs. Brinks, the young married couple who were brutally slain, at Devil's Den State Park. Their two daughters, ages 7 and 9, were with them. The two little girls, their mother told them to run. Run. And they did. They ran to the visitor center and got help. Unfortunately, by the time help got back on the trail, where there's no cell phone service, Mr. and Mrs. Brinks were already deceased. So when we went to bed last night, we did not know an arrest had been made. We awoke to it this morning. I started doing this and doing that, and Bob was still at home. Let me just chat for a minute, babies, and settle down, please. And if I've missed you in chat, I'll try to catch up with you in a few minutes. When I awoke, my husband had the TV news on, THB 11. I was in the kitchen. My ear caught the audio. Suspect arrested in Devil's Den State Park double homicide. I stopped what I was doing and walked into the living room to listen to the news piece. Our Governor Sanders has made an official statement. She has spoken with the family members on the phone. The children are safe with family. The young man, age 28, was arrested at a barber shop yesterday afternoon getting a haircut by agents of the Arkansas State Police. Men and women who, in my opinion, are among the finest in the thin blue line between us and them. The evil them. The unbalanced thems. The criminal thems. Here in Arkansas, our thin blue line has successfully apprehended the suspect in the murder. I am so grateful to them. My regular viewers know that I have a special association and attachment to the Arkansas State Police going back to the mid-1970s. Actually, through my mother, going back to the 1950s. So it's not only just as an old lady sitting here in Arkansas on YouTube. I'm someone who knows how they put their lives in danger in order to protect the rest of us. Okay, I think I've calmed down enough. Let's see. Of course, when I opened up my laptop and started looking for things to share with you guys and began posting on our community tab. Within moments, I realized that I had already brought the story to you here on YouTube on a live stream when it began. And it isn't over, of course. The arrest has only been made. They're not sharing a motive with us. The suspect, like the Brinks, had just recently moved to Arkansas. I want to speculate so badly, but I will not. He had been hired. No, he hadn't been hired. He was being considered, and we'll get the details. I realize I'm bouncing off walls. He was a prospective teacher, 28 years old. What? Anyway, let's go look. And not listen to my rambling thoughts and speculation, but let's go see if I can share just a few pieces with you. This live will be pretty short, as I have not done any of my morning chores except feeding the rescue animals. And as you can tell, I'm still not really out of the brain fog of sleep. You darlings also know that I have a special, maybe special isn't the word, a significant attachment to the Arkansas Department of Parks, Tourism, and Heritage. Hi, Kashmir. Because for 19 years I was employed by the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism. I was an elder hostel coordinator. I was an interpreter. I was a performer. I've been to Dexton State Park many times. Performed there. Took classes there. It's a beautiful place. Now sullied. So babies, we're gonna, in my hokey fashion, if I can get this kitty to leave me alone. In my hokey fashion here, I'm gonna flip the lens. You babies have let me know that I need to get an ether, what's called an ether cable. Good morning, Eric Jasper. Now, babies, I'm not going to be able to see chat. Because of the way I have to do things now. But I will find out what it is that I need this ether cable thing. I mean, what's the point of having a laptop if you have to have it hardwired to something? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I should have just bought another desktop, but I beg your pardon. So let's see. This is one that I have already looked at. So give me a moment to get Obviously, I do not have premium, and so I don't do this often, and so I'm sorry you have to look at the ads. No skip.
Let's get right to that breaking news.
Okay. Oh, that's not exactly what I meant to do.
In Arkansas, state police have arrested 20-year-old James Andrew McGann for murdering Clinton and Kristen Brink while hiking in Devil's Den State Park. Police revealing he was taken into custody while getting a haircut. No motive has been revealed as of now, but law enforcement believes he likely did not know the couple.
We're not going to talk about his motive right now. We're still exploring and to determine exactly what that motive was.
Can you confirm, we've seen video of an arrest made at this beauty shop in Springdale. Can we confirm that that's where he was taken into custody today?
Yes.
Here to react is Fox News contributor and former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. Nicole, good morning to you. So you just heard it there. We do not know a motive yet. One notable detail, though, is that the suspect is a teacher, was a fifth grade teacher. So what do you think about this arrest?
I think it's phenomenal policing work. I mean, this is what happens when you have local, state, and federal partners working together. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders came out very strongly and said, violent crime in Arkansas will not be tolerated. And if you want to commit those acts in our state, we will hunt you down and we will find you. And that is exactly what happened. I find this case extremely chilling, Carly. I mean, this is so disturbing. Young little girls out with their parents, on a hiking trail. And they've been, claimed to be and honored as heroes. They saved their children's lives, but yet they were taken. And it's just absolutely tragic. This should never happen to any child. But what's so alarming to me is that this individual had recently moved to the state of Arkansas from Oklahoma and has secured a job at a school. Thank goodness that is not happening. This person has now been charged again. Let's see what happens and make sure that this is the right person. They do believe that he acted alone, but this is absolutely chilling. And I have to say, hats off to law enforcement. This manhunt went on and they found the individual, and let's make sure that justice is served.
I'm glad you said move, because in all your years at the FBI, did you ever see a case where both the victims and the alleged suspect had both just moved to the area where the crime occurred? That just seems odd.
So I'm not the only one.
I did actually pick up on that, and following the course of this investigation, it is very interesting, but they are saying that this suspect did not know this couple. And so, yes, they had recently moved to the area. He had recently moved to the area. And it's heartbreaking. I mean, sometimes in life, you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, but to understand his motive is going to be so important. And it's something that they have not revealed that investigators, I'm sure, are delving into. Obviously, now that they have a suspect, they are going to know.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take us back. You guys know that I'm not good at this. Now give me a moment. Let me take us back again and flip the lens back around. That's the only video piece I'm going to try to play for you, because on our community tab, I've already shared a link, at least one, that will give you like a television news report. I'm still learning how to navigate on this laptop. Thank you all for being here, and thank you so much for your patience. All right, now this I have already shared on our community tab, but I'm going to read it to you. This is not a news piece. This is from the Arkansas Department of Public Safety, Cabinet Secretary Mike Hager. Mike Hagar is in charge of the Arkansas State Police. ASP, Arkansas State Police. Arrests suspect in Devil's Den double homicide, July 30th, 2025. Lowell, Arkansas. Special agents with the Arkansas State Police, ASP, have arrested James Andrew McGann, McGann. James Andrew McGann, 28, of Springdale. That's in Arkansas, over by Fayetteville, where the University of Arkansas is. In connection to a double homicide that occurred on Saturday, July 26, 2025 at Devil's Den State Park. McGann was taken into custody at 4:57 p.m. on Wednesday, July 30th, 2025 at a business in Springdale. Now we know that business was a barbershop. He was getting a haircut. He was charged with 2 counts of capital murder. Kashmir, you are. I did not know that. Clinton David Brink, 43, and Kristen Amanda Brink, 41, were fatally attacked while hiking with their 2 daughters. The girls, who were 7 and 9, were not injured and are safe with family members. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders released the following statement. Kashmir, we're almost neighbors. I have 2 nephews that went to U of A in Fayetteville. Well, a nephew and a grandnephew. Okay, statement from our governor. No news can heal the enormous harm done to the Brink family in last weekend's crime. But this announcement is a comfort and reassurance for our state. I am so proud of the Arkansas State Police, park rangers, local law enforcement, and others who have worked nonstop since last weekend to capture this suspect. I ask that Arkansans lift up prayers of thanks for the brave men and women of law enforcement and offer prayers of condolence to the victims of this horrific crime. Let there be no mistake. We, and when Governor Sanders says this, when she says the inclusive pronoun we, that includes me. We do not tolerate violent crime in Arkansas. If you target innocent people, law enforcement will hunt you down and bring you to justice. Close quote. Arkansas State Police Colonel Mike Hagar added, quote, I'm extremely grateful for the long hours and dedication that our agents put forward in bringing justice to this family. The collaboration between state police, other state and local law enforcement agencies, and our federal partners has been second to none. Because of their hard work and investigative skill, we were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to those 2 precious girls. And the rest of our citizens. Close quote. Colonel Hagar closes this release with additional details will be released as they become available, posted by Arkansas State Police. That's him. I don't know if they finished the haircut or not. Now, babies, there have been a number of other YouTube channels that have covered this. There's only one I'm recommending at this time. Grizzly True Crime. Grizzly True Crime is actually a true crime channel, not a trauma channel, not a bullshit channel, not a gossip channel. She is responsible. She is accurate. She keeps her speculation to an absolute minimum. Her coverage is thorough, professional, and done on an expert level. Again, at this point, Grizzly True Crime is the only other channel on this app that I have any confidence whatsoever in recommending. If yes, Eric, yes, Kashmir. Grizzly is awesome. It's a great channel. That young lady gives me hope for the true crime sector on this app. Because at this point, in my opinion, it is practically non-existent. Now, let's make it clear for those who may not know. This is not a true crime channel. I'm covering this because it is a horrendous case of nationwide, worldwide interest, and it happened in my state. This is a commentary, critique, review, and whatever the fuck I want to talk about channel. And in my opinion, the majority of those on this app that refer to themselves as true crime channels need to amend their about and their description, because they are not. Now, as those in law enforcement, Highland, as those in law enforcement are often heard to say, and I am in agreement with the statement, don't believe in coincidence when it comes to crime. I'm just going to leave that right there until, as Colonel Hagar said, additional information is released when it becomes available. And as a YouTuber, as well as an Arkansan, I want to make an appeal that will most likely fall on deaf ears. Leave this family alone. It's none of your business where the children are. It's none of your business what they saw. It's none of your business what they have experienced since this incident. And when you come on this app and you run your mouth and you jack your jaws and you spew whatever crap is stirring in your wet, smooth brains, you potentially jeopardize an investigation and a conviction. That's why I've lost so much respect for so many of you who refer to yourselves as true crime. In my opinion, y'all are the true crimes. Hi, Ange. Babies, let me see if I can see just a little of your chat. Kashmir, do you know what they're referring? Baby, on this phone, your chat fades so quickly. Do you know what podcast they were referring to that was hurting the investigation? I have a very good idea. I'm not going to name the name because I cannot prove it at this time. I may not ever be able to prove it. Please pardon me for messing with my hair in my kitchen, but I need to get it up off my neck. A day or two ago, a man who has a Krama channel on this app interviewed two people. What the fuck they thought they were fucking doing up on YouTube, talking about what they saw that day, is motherfucking beyond me. Arkansas State Police, Arkansas Department of Park Rangers, other law enforcement agencies in this state fucking specifically requested that you do not post on motherfucking social media anything you know or saw or heard in regards to this case. And I'll be a son of a bitch if I didn't accidentally, I didn't listen to the channel itself. I saw it on a channel that was reviewing the channel that had a man and a woman who purportedly saw the suspect, were witnesses to this or that on a motherfucking YouTube channel talking to someone whose first name starts with J. A man. Before the suspect was apprehended. Having been specifically asked to not fucking do that. That's why I stay on this app that I have grown to fucking despise over in this sector. The one that I monitor. You get that, motherfuckers? I am not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to make you uncomfortable. All right, babies, that was that little da-da-donk was my warning on my battery. I was going to read you a little piece to pick up your spirits, but my phone is about to end my live. Yes, Eric, 5 minutes of YouTube fame. Now, babies, I really did want to look at your chat and catch up with you, but as you heard, I just got the 15% warning on the battery on this phone. I did not wake up prepared to go live. So, please send up prayers. If you're not a praying person, that's okay. You can generate good vibes and shoot them out into the universe. Please send out good vibes and prayers of gratitude and thankfulness to the Arkansas State Police and all other agencies involved in the apprehension of the suspect in the double homicide at Devil's Den State Park here in Arkansas. And please, please lift up those two little girls and the families. And as you go through your day, if you intend to go to other YouTube channels to keep up with this case, please chat with respect and dignity that the murdered couple and their 2 little girls deserve. Because I'll guarantee you, if I find out that you do otherwise, you won't like me anymore. I love you guys. Please use kindness, dignity, honor, and respect. I'll see you guys the next time. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.